So up next on DKN Sports, it's my honor to welcome in number 30, Mr. Brian Mitchell. You know, Quincy was awarded as the winner of this year's award. So for you guys, I mean, how excited are you for Quincy?
Well, I'm very excited.
Here at the 2018 Minor Football League General Manager signing, I'm here with Mr. Clarence Vaughn and Mr. Jason Gines. Now, Clarence, you'll be over the Washington Chiefs. They have a long legacy of winning after 8 championships. Tell me, are you going to keep that tradition alive?
Well, I did it, in my past career. I'm always a champion 2 times. But, yeah, definitely I'm going to try to keep that status quo up. My goal is to help these guys learn football, also run a first-class program like Miles has kept it up. They're champions, so I want to keep that up.
Now I want to go back to Big Baller Brand. So, obviously, I mean, you guys are the main corporate sponsor of the Tatas team. And, obviously, your brand now, I think, is world-revered around the world. But I want to hear specifically from you. I mean, what are your primary objectives with growth in Europe and the rest of the world? I mean, what's next for the Big Baller Brand?
What's next for the Big Baller Brand? We got a lot of things in the works right now. But like I said, the main goal is to make this empire so big.
Something you said was role model, and I think that term has been up for debate so much now, because now we see athletes saying, I didn't sign up to be a role model. I want to live my life, and I make a mistake. They're saying, they don't want to be judged because they're not a role model. But do you think athletes have that duty to be role models? Are they thrust into that position?
I think some do.
Big win over the Providence Fires. I'm here with Georgetown's Cynthia Pecky. I mean, Cynthia, you've had such a strong end to the season. What does that mean for the Georgetown Hoyas and for you as you look ahead to the Big East tournament?
It definitely means a lot.
Kelsey Nicole Nelson here live for the 2018 Franklin D. Watkins Memorial Award in the beautiful Crystal City Hilton located here. Did you know that in last week's Washington Redskins victory over the New York Giants, wide receiver Deshaun Jackson recorded his 19th 60-yard reception touchdown? This puts him just one short of NFL Hall of Famer Bobby Mitchell's touchdown reception record, which is tied for 3rd most in NFL history. Lucien Boutte is the underdog, but he does have 98 rounds under his belt of world championship fighting. My name is Kelsey Nelson, and I'm a student in the Sports Industry Management program here at Georgetown University, where we strive to provide students, staff, and faculty with some of the most advanced technologies available in an educational setting. Serving his 6th term in the United States House of Representatives, Congressman Mike Conaway represents 29 counties in Texas's 11th congressional district, including Odessa, Midland, and San Angelo. He's also a Permian Panther. Kelsey Nicole Nelson here with this year's Watkins Award standard bearer, Mr. Quincy Patterson II. Quincy, when they called your name as this year's award winner, I mean, what was going through your mind?
Well, initially I was in disbelief.
Wardell Curry tonight. He earned his full name. I mean, the Wizards tried, but trying wasn't enough for them tonight. Staying on the subject of free agency, big surprise here in Washington, D.C. When Bradley Beal was retained. I know for some, they did not think that he was worth the money. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on why you guys think the Wizards chose to retain Bradley Beal, and what will he do for the Wizards organization. And unfortunately, I guess we all saw the outcome of that game, and they were basically killed that game, 71-56. I think Maryland has hit that roadblock. Melo Trimble was the only person who actually did stuff that game, and he got poked in the eye by Iowa's famous eye poker. The Villanova Wildcats find themselves up by 9 points at the half, much to Harry Prayer's, the head coach, delight. The Villanova Wildcats have been able to stretch the floor. And I mean, what did you guys think about the players? Like, we see them on the football field. How cool was it seeing them play basketball?
Number 3. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was really good.
He looked like he could be like Steph Curry. Like,
Steph Curry with the shot.
It's interesting to see football players playing basketball because it's out of their element. You see how they really perform as an athlete.
Exactly. And that just tells you they're athletes. They're not just basketball or football players. It's really cool to see that. Closing out from the Xfinity Center, I'm Kelsey Nelson here with Lex Taylor, where we just witnessed the University of Maryland women's basketball team defeat the Iona Gales 74-58, and what a great game it was. The atmosphere was great. Maryland was playing at home. They were the number 2 seed in the Lexington region, taking on a number 15 seed in Iona. And Lex, what did Maryland do today, do you think, to win? For the Warriors team, I mean, of course you have the Splash Brothers, but game 1, they didn't even need to play big because they had their bench. And can you just allude to how their bench is playing and how that's kept them in this finals?
Who's set to pair? Fran Dressner, Cynthia Bailey, and Kenya Moore will all make cameos in this season's remaining episodes. Plus, one explosive meeting with Dina Lohan. Get the full scoop here.
And them getting a chance to come here right outside of our nation's capital and tour Washington, D.C., getting to see the African American Museum, what do you hope they take from that experience?
It's a lot of history in this city, but it's a lot of history in the East.
It was a tale of two stories. As Friday night, the Washington Mystics left this very court in heartbreak, but today they left in triumphant victory with an 88-70 win to breeze past the Indiana Fever. Steph Curry put on a clinic, and let's remember, in the first half, Brian, he didn't even really have the help of Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. He didn't need it. No. He was the Steph Curry, the MVP Steph Curry that we saw last season. He's doing it again, and that is why the Warriors are 45-4 right now with Steph Curry. And since this is your last season, I mean, how do you want to be most remembered by all your fans?
Well, I hope the fans can remember, obviously, the high points. And
obviously, as we talked about in the Ward Center, how important is it for them to see positive images of young African-American males and themselves as role models?
It's so important, you know, because if you see other people that look like you doing it, you can say, I can do it too.
And for everyone watching, thanks so much for tuning in right here to DK in Sports.